Welcome to Grid Drawing with Ms. Sarnowski. Today we're going to learn how to take an image from one box and enlarge it in the exact same way in a second box. The reason that we use the grid method for many things is because it helps us see where lines are in a picture without just assuming or thinking we know what is there. It helps us use our powers of observation, and it also helps us produce images accurately. Let's get started. When you are about to do a grid, usually it will help you to label your boxes with either letters or numbers. Right, so if you would like, you can go ahead and label your boxes, and I'm doing this upside down, so I'm going to try my best. So I labeled my boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? Nope, my 5 is backwards. And then I'm going to label my boxes A, B, C, D, E down the bottom. And you don't have to do this, but it just is a tool to help you remember which box is which. So for example, now I can label my larger box, right, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and A, B, C, D, E. You can now see that I have the same number of boxes on my apple drawing as I have on my new artwork paper that I'm going to transfer my image. I'm going to go box by box and look at the lines in each box, paying special attention to the size, shape, and direction of the line. Right, so if you can see, there is nothing in box 1A. But if I go to box 2A, there is part of the leaf right in the corner of the box. So as best I can, I'm going to look at the placement and start sketching it out only inside the one box. Now, if you notice, I'm using a Sharpie marker. You'll be using pencil so that you can easily erase if you make a mistake, but you should also be making sure you're pressing lightly, you're sketching. The reason I use a Sharpie marker is so that you can see my drawing really well on the screen. I'm going to keep going to box 3A, and I'm going to see how my line travels through, and I want to almost try to block it off in my mind, only looking at the box, not really trying to look too much at what's around it. I want to look how this line travels to the middle of box 3A, and then this line comes a little from above and hits maybe there's a little bit of a 1/4 situation happening with the space, bringing it up. I'm going to continue into box A4, right, and I'm going to continue my line and then back down. As you can see, I'm starting to draw the leaves of the apple, and on this box they're bigger because my squares of the grid are bigger. As I keep going, I'm going to apply the same principles. I'm going to move down now to box B1, and I can see there's only this little teeny line in the corner. So I'm going to go to box B1 on my other paper and start to draw that as well. Right, then I can move over to B2 and see how the line arches and the shape and the movement of the line comes through my box. Right, this is something you're going to keep going with box by box until you finish the whole thing. As you can see, I have successfully completed the full drawing of my apple. I went box by box, following my line through the boxes, making sure that I wasn't making up any lines, but trying to copy exactly from my smaller picture. Let's get started.